language learners. Today, we're going to have a fun and educational journey through Season 1, Episode 8 of Desperate Housewives. We'll be looking at 25 interesting expressions from the subtitles. By understanding how these are used in the show, you'll be able to use them in your own English conversations. Let's get started. Head on. In the story, when there was a problem on Wisteria Lane, like the mess in front of Gabrielle and Carlos' house, the friends attacked the problem head on.
My friends attacked the problem head on. Lynette brought the broom, Susan brought the trash bags, and Bree brought the industrial strength solvent.
Woo! That stuff is strong. It has to be. I don't want Gabrielle and Carlos coming home to this ugly reminder in front of their house.
This means they faced the problem directly, without hesitation. If you have a difficult task at school, like a big project, you can attack it head on. You start working on it right away, instead of waiting or avoiding it. For example, if you need to write an essay, you can make a plan and start writing paragraphs. That's attacking the problem head on. Now, some movie clips.
Head on out.
Face it head on.
Well, then head on back.
No, I'm just gonna head on.
We like to face things head on.
Meet him head on right now.
Next, piss off.
That's quite a pitching arm you've got there. It pisses me off. I've got 4 kids, you know. I was up all night reading statistics online. 1 out of every 4 traffic accidents happens on residential streets.
Lynette said, "It pisses me off" in this story. This is an informal and a bit strong expression that shows someone is very angry or annoyed. Lynette was frustrated because she had a rough night and then something else happened to make her angry. For example, if someone keeps interrupting you while you're trying to study, you can say, "It really pisses me off when people interrupt me like that." But remember, this is a bit of a strong expression, so use it carefully in appropriate situations. Now, some movie clips.
Pisses me off. Pisses me off.
This pisses me off.
It pisses me off.
Because that pisses me off.
You know what really pisses me off?
It pisses me off.
Now that pisses me off.
Next, put away.
I hope whoever hit Juanita gets put away for life.
Don't you think that's a little bit extreme?
An innocent woman gets hit by a car and the driver just takes off? I don't think it's extreme.
The characters hoped that whoever hit Juanita would be put away for life. Here, put away means to send someone to prison. In real life, if a person commits a serious crime, like stealing a lot of money or hurting someone badly, they can be put away. For example, a bank robber might be put away for many years. In the show, this was their way of saying they wanted the person responsible for Juanita's accident to be punished. Now, some movie clips.
I gotta get her put away.
The men you intend put away?
They may have been put away. They may have been put away.
They're put away.
You put away almost nothing.
Put away?
Next, come again.
Mrs. Elise, it's time for a sponge bath.
Come again.
Sometimes family members prefer to administer sponge baths themselves.
I think I'll pass.
When someone didn't hear or understand what was said in the story, they used come again. It's a casual way to ask someone to repeat themselves. For example, if you're in a noisy place and your friend says something, but you can't hear, you can say, "Come again." I didn't catch that. In the show, it helped the characters clarify things when they missed what others were saying. Now, some movie clips.
Come again. Come again?
Come again?
Come again. Thanks.
Come again? Come again?
Next, out of whack.
I hope this works. My sleep cycle's totally out of whack. I'm up all night and then dozing off during the day.
Trust me, this'll do the trick. In fact, you should be feeling more relaxed already.
Lynette says her sleep cycle is out of whack, meaning it's not working right. She can't sleep at night and is tired during the day. Usage explanation. Out of whack informal means something is not working properly or is disordered. It can describe objects, schedules, or a person's state. For example, the TV is out of whack. The picture is fuzzy. Practice sentences. My bike's gears are out of whack and won't shift properly. Since the time change, my body clock is out of whack. This old car is always out of whack. Something's always breaking. Now, some movie clips.
It's out of whack.
It's all out of whack.
Everything's out of whack.
Out of whack.
Because it's out of whack.
Cell signals are totally out of whack.
Next.
Mrs. Scavo, please lie down. We need to finish this.
Look, I'm on my last nerve, so I'm gonna level with you here.
Lynette says, I'm on my last nerve. She is extremely frustrated, likely due to the chaos around her, like her kids' behavior and her sleep issues. This phrase emphasizes how close she is to losing her patience. Usage explanation. On my last nerve means being at the limit of one's patience. When you're on your last nerve, you're very close to getting angry or losing your temper because of repeated annoyance. For example, my little brother has been bugging me all day. He's on my last nerve. Practice sentences. The constant noise from the construction site is on my last nerve. If you ask me one more time, you'll be on my last nerve. These delays are on my last nerve. I just want to get home. Now, some movie clips.
Working on my last nerve. She want to get on my last nerve.
You about to get on my last nerve.
You're getting on my last nerve, Butler.
Michael gets on my last nerve.
Y'all get on my last nerve.
Next.
Look, I'm on my last nerve, so I'm gonna level with you here. I've screwed up my entire system by taking my kid's ADD medication. Yeah, that's right, you heard me.
Lynette says, so I'm gonna level with you here. She's about to be completely honest with someone. In this case, she's about to admit that she's been taking her kid's medication, which is a personal and somewhat embarrassing secret. Usage explanation. Level with is a phrasal verb. It means to be honest and straightforward with someone. Usually when you're sharing something important or when you've been hiding something. For example, I'm going to level with you. I lost your keys. This shows that the speaker is being open and truthful. Practice sentences. You should level with your teacher about not doing your homework. He chose to level with his boss about his plans to quit the job. I'll level with you. I'm not really good at this game. Now, some movie clips.
I'm just gonna level with you.
I'll level with you.
I'll level with you.
I'll level with you. It's time I level with you. Let me level with you.
Next.
This'll put you right to sleep. It's a very powerful herbal remedy. Now promise me you're going to use it judiciously?
Sure, whatever.
Judiciously means to do something carefully and with good judgment. When someone gives Lynette a strong herbal sleep remedy, they tell her to use it judiciously. In American culture, people are expected to make smart choices, especially when it comes to health. You can say, we should use our savings judiciously and not waste money on unnecessary things. Now, some movie clips.
Minister judiciously.
But that must be done very judiciously.
By day, I judiciously defend the innocent.
Well, to God's dust I judiciously return.
Judiciously, he brings the levels level.
Next.
Isn't that kind of late to be coming back?
Well, I thought if, worse came to worse, we could grab a room.
Oh, like a hotel room?
Yeah, as a last resort.
Of course, yes.
Last resort is the final option you turn to when everything else has failed. Mike and Susan plan a wine tasting trip, and Mike says getting a hotel room is a last resort if they can't drive back. In American life, people usually try easier and cheaper options first. For instance, I tried fixing the leak myself, but calling a plumber was my last resort. Now, some movie clips.
It's a last resort.
It's a last resort.
You're the last resort.
We're the last resort.
You're their last resort.
That was our last resort!
Next.
Like every city, Fairview had a neighborhood that was less than desirable. It was an accepted fact. Anyone who lingered there after midnight was usually up to no good. Rex and Bree Vandekamp were no exception.
In the story, it was said that people who lingered in a certain neighborhood after midnight were usually up to no good. This expression means that those people were doing something bad or causing trouble. If you see some strangers hanging around an empty house at night, you might think they're up to no good. In the show, it was used to describe suspicious behavior. Now, some movie clips.
Getting up to no good.
Like they were up to no good.
Something tells me you're up to no good.
We've been up to no good.
She is up to no good.
Why don't we get up to no good together?
Next.
Before you do it, do you think you should ask her why she sent this note to my wife?
You can't think like that, Mr. Young. You can't give in to your curiosity. Curiosity leads to guilt. Guilt leads to talking.
The characters talked about not giving in to curiosity. Give in to means to yield or surrender to a feeling, temptation, or demand. For example, if you're on a diet and you see a delicious cake, but you know you shouldn't eat it, you need to not give in to the temptation. In the story, they knew that giving in to curiosity could lead to problems like getting into trouble or feeling guilty. Now, some movie clips.
Don't give in to temptation.
We cannot give in to despair.
Do not give in to this monster.
Never give in to him.
You don't give in to your emotions.
I do not give in to criminals.